We're here on location at Sunnyside Resort in Lake Tahoe, California. We'll be performing for real people in a real restaurant with all the sights, sounds, and ambiance which go along with it. I'm delighted to open this volume of Easy to Master Money Miracles with a piece of magic which many consider to be one of the strongest in my repertoire. I sincerely hope you enjoy shadow coins. Before I begin, I want you to examine everything that we're going to be using. There's a few half dollars. Make sure that these half dollars are real coins, that they don't have trapdoors or rubber bands or gimmicks or mirrors or any of that typical magic stuff. Okay? Just ordinary, everyday, garden-type variety half dollars. Now I want to place a square onto the floor with these 4 coins. And before I perform, let me give you a little background on this effect. You know, magicians hang out together. A lot of people don't realize how tight a grapevine magic is. But we always go out together and we show each other tricks. We even develop tricks just to fool each other. Now, for about 17, 18 years, this is the trick that I've used to fool other magicians whenever we got together. Typically, we'll go out together and we'll be showing each other tricks. Maybe it's midnight and everybody's about to fall asleep. And I'll say, well, how about one more trick? And this will be the trick that I always do. So I've done it for magicians now in 27 different countries, and they've written me letters guessing how it's done. And I'll tell you what they guess. The first thing they guess is that I've got 6 or 7 coins. Okay, on my honor, my word of honor, I only use these. The second thing that they guess is that I've got some kind of a sticky stuff on my hands. There's no glue or bondini or any fancy stuff on my hands. The third thing that they guess is that I've got an extension that comes out of my sleeve that makes the trick work. Now, it sounds crazy, but I'm going to roll back my sleeves just to show you that I've got nothing up my sleeves except my elbow, and that's just a birthmark. Nothing up my sleeve. So now you know all the things that I don't do. Here's what I do. All I do is I cast a shadow over the coins. Now, I'll put them into a square, and I won't touch them again, okay? All I'll do is just cast a shadow over the coins, and the magic will happen. You ready? All I do is just a wave, and the coins travel. I'll do it again, just a wave, and the coins travel. One more time. There it goes across. Finally, there's 3 in 1, the final coin. Just like that. That's all 4 coins across. I first learned the foundation of this effect in a set of David Roth lecture notes back in 1977, originally printed as the Chinese Coin Assembly. It's now in David's big book, and it begins with a technique for moving the coins around, which was originally created by Derek Dingle. The technical action was within the range of everyone because all you really do is slide the coins around at the base of the thumb in order to cause the coins to move from place to place. Now, I've made a few technical changes in how this is done. David normally performs this at the tabletop. But as you can tell by the method of moving the coins around, if you can see between the hands and the table, they can tell how the coins are moving. So in David's performance of it, he keeps the hands fairly flat and kind of brushes them along the top of the table, kind of gliding them across the top of the table. Looks wonderfully magical when David does it. The reason that I do it on the floor is because this forced perspective from above allows you to cheat. You see, this way I don't have to hold the hands flat as I move the coins around. Instead, I hold them with the hand tilted upward. This way, the base of the hand is actually 3 or 4 inches below the waving fingers, creating the impression that the hands don't come near the coins. This whole idea of forcing the perspective from above so that they have to look down on the coins creates an entirely different look to the effect as the moves are actually taking place. Since I do this on the floor, I can't lap the extra coin as David does, so instead I've worked out a way to perform the effect using a shell coin to give me access to the 5th coin. If you don't want to use a shell, it's easy enough to ring in an extra coin and then pick it up at a time which will be obvious to you, as you'll see in a few moments. But if you want to use the shell coin exactly as I've done, the shelled coin is on the top of the right hand stack of 2 coins. I hand out 2 coins, and as I do, I just classic palm that shell off of the coins, and then I have someone examine those 2 coins. As the coins come back, I just move this coin back into the palm, place the shell right back on top of it, and then show the hands otherwise empty except for those 4 coins. So the shelled coin is right here. Now as I set the shelled coin down, because it's metal on metal, there's the chance that you would hear it clink. So what I do is I just make more noise with these 2 coins, so that as the shelled coin is set down, there's no chance of it making an unnatural sound. I then place the other coins onto the table, but I leave the shelled coin somewhat out of line as I stop and use Juan Tamarith's idea of canceling out all the possible methods that it could take place. I'll say, some people say I use 6 or 7 coins, but I don't. On my honor, I only use these, which is, of course, true. All I use is these 4 and this shell. That's all I use. Then I have them say, look, nothing on my hands, nothing up my sleeve. Nothing's happened yet, but you've generated a lot of curiosity even before the effect has begun. Once you've gathered everyone's focused attention, act as if you're clearing off the surface, and as you do, all you're going to do is pick up this shelled coin between the thumb and 3rd finger and move the shelled coin, and I'll do it in an exposed way so that you can see underneath the hand, because by moving that forward, that coin just comes right beneath the hand, which you can now then move away in a very natural action, keeping the hands very smoothly floating above the surface of the floor. Now, in order to cause the assembly, what you're going to do is you're going to cause this coin to go here, to here, to here, before the coins start together in this way. So here's what takes place. As you cover the coins, what you're going to do is take this coin out of its position so that the part of the hand which is furthest from the table or the floor is the part where the coin vanishes from as you leave one coin at the lower right. Give a quick flash of the right hand, and again, steal the coin right at the base of the hand as you cause the next coin, or the same coin, of course, to travel over here. And finally, that coin seems to have gone from here to here to here. And now the coins will begin together as the 3rd coin joins at the upper right. And for the final coin, it's just going to be a waving action just like this. As the final coin travels from here to the upper right-hand corner, I physically pause so that they see my body relax. And then, moving both hands together towards the upper right corner, what you're going to do, and this hand is just bringing this coin along, is you simply pick up the shelled coin, move it back on top of a coin, as both hands then turn over a coin moving backward. This coin just kind of merges with these to create the impression that all you have are 4 coins which you've then shown both sides. Now I'm going to walk through that entire sequence for you one more time with that one coin out of line. Pick up the coin. It just looks as if you're gathering them together. And finally, create the impression that one has traveled, across, up to that corner, gathering for 3, and then finally the 4th coin appears at the upper right. Pause, move both hands together, picking up a coin in each hand, move them back, cover a coin with the shell, turn both coins over, turn these coins over to conclude. Now this sliding action will work on virtually any carpeted surface. A shag carpet that's deep and thick will give you a little bit of trouble, so you want to be sure and test whichever carpet you end up performing this on. But don't worry about the shelled coin, because the shell never slides. That shell stays at the upper right-hand corner throughout the sequence. This is one of those really, really magical effects that if you'll do it at the right time and the right place, creates a very strong impression of magic. So I hope you get half as much mileage as I have out of shadow coins. The final battleground for the discerning magician is the minds of the spectators themselves. Magic doesn't take place in the props or your 2 hands, but between the 2 ears of the spectator. More important than what actually happens is what they think, conclude, and finally, what they remember. Of all the things the human mind can do, memory is the least effective. Memory is malleable, and your presentation plays a tremendous role in what actually locks into place. Keep in mind, misdirection isn't just physical, where you make them look somewhere else. It's also mental, where you emphasize certain elements, gloss over others, and generally take a proactive approach to the final memory of magic they carry with them. How would you like to see the $1 Million Mystery? Yeah. $1 Million Mystery? The amazing thing about the $1 Million Mystery is that it only uses $6. But I guess they call it the $1 Million Mystery because an amazing thing happens using just $6. Here's what happens. I'll take the 2 bills, the $5 bill, the $1 bill, and I'll fold them up very slowly, and I'll place them into my hand, so that no funny stuff takes place. And I'm going to remove just one of those bills, okay? And I close my hands. Okay, if I have the $1 bill here, what does that leave here? And if I have the 1 here, and over here is the 5. The only thing is, there's the 5, and there's the 1. And I guess that's why they call this the $1 Million Mystery, because the bills change places. But a lot of people don't know what to look for when something happens once, so I'll do it again. This will give you a second chance to watch everything. As I take the 5, and I take the 1, and I fold them up just like this. In fact, I'll place them into your hand. Perhaps you can hold out your hand for me? I'll place it right here. Close your hand over it. Turn your hand upside down. Hang on to it. Now, I'm going to reach in, lighten it just enough to allow me to reach in to take out one of the bills, and you hang on to the other bill. Okay, if I take the 1 into my hand, just like this, and I close my hand and I reach and I throw, but you feel the 5, right?
Yes, sure do.
If I reach and I throw, but first I reach and I take, there we'll see I've got the $5 bill, You must therefore have the $1 bill. Open your hand, and there you go. Unfold it, examine everything, and that's why they call it the $1 million mystery. I'd like to thank Al Cohen, the copyright owner of George Hample's Be Switched, for permission to use this terrific transposition on our video. We found many versions of this effect, but I liked this one better than any other. You will need 2 $1 bills and 1 $5 bill. To prepare the gimmick, cut 1/4 off of one end of one of the ones. Rubber cement this extra piece to the back of the $5 bill, positioned in the second quarter of the back of the bill. If you construct your bills exactly like ours, you should have no trouble following the explanation. Fold each bill in half and then almost into quarters. The ends of the bill should be folded so that they are approximately 1/4 inch from the folded center of the bill. This preparation will facilitate unfolding during the course of the routine. Place both bills into your pocket and you're set to go. Remove the bills and casually unfold them as you introduce the effect. The cleanest and most direct way to unfold the bills begins by gripping them one at a time with the right middle finger on the folded edge and the right thumb at the center of the bill. The index finger is curled beneath the bill. Press upward with the index finger and the ends of the bill will spring out. The left fingers pinch these edges and open the bill halfway. Then finish unfolding the bill by opening it out with the right hand. Drop the bill onto the table. Repeat this simple process to unfold the second bill. This method of unfolding creates the illusion of seeing both sides of the bill while actually keeping the gimmicked portion hidden. Take the $5 bill into your right hand and the $1 bill into your left. Hold both bills so the tops of the president's heads are to the right. Also, to facilitate the one-handed folding sequence, clip the bill between the index and middle fingers in the center of the second quadrant from the outer edge of the bills. The thumbs of each hand move under the inner half of each bill and folds them forward. Move the index finger under the outermost half of the bill, fold this half inward, and allow the thumbs to re-grip the entire packet. Place the 5 on top of the folded 1 in the left hand. Turn the bills so the 5 appears face up from your own perspective. Place both bills into the left fist. Turn the left hand, palm down, and partially remove the lower bill. This will be the gimmicked 5 with the $1 showing. With the right fingers, re-grip the bill by clipping its end between the right thumb and the base of the index finger. Make a fist around the bill and turn palm down. After the spectator has confirmed the supposed locations of the bills, open the left hand and show the 1 and drop it to the table. To show the 5, keep the right hand palm down and curl the index finger on top of the bill. Clip the bill between the index finger from above and middle finger from below as you rotate the hand into a palm-up position. Keep the bill on the same plane as it began and do not allow it to turn over. You are now in position to unfold the bill with the right hand as taught in the introductory phase. Repeat the unfold with the tabled 1. The repeat of the effect is in almost identical fashion. The $1 bill in the left, the $5 bill on the right. Fold both bills at the same time and place the $5 bill onto the $1 bill. Instead of holding the bills yourself, you will give them to the spectator. Place both bills onto the spectator's palm and close the fingers around the bill. Note, the bills do not turn over in this process. Help them to turn over their hand. Now reach in to the fist and remove the bottommost bill. This will be the gimmicked 5 with the 1 showing. Place it into your left hand. Confirm the supposed location of the bills, make the magic happen, and then display the 5. You should be in position to go directly into the unfolding without any repositioning. Open the spectator's hands to show the 1 and unfold to conclude an amazing transposition with a 1 and a 5 inside the hands of the spectator. Any effect, such as be switched, which occurs in a spectator's hand, is bound to be powerful. However, impact can be diluted through excessive or unnecessary handling. The folding and unfolding process must be as direct as possible and your pattern as clear as possible, so the spectator has no choice but to conclude he is actually holding the $5 bill. Study the details of the handling carefully and remember that any move which does not add will detract. Well, if you want to see some sleight of hand, I got to get myself ready for this. You know, sleight of hand is kind of a demanding thing here, so let me do my little flexing thing here. Okay, good. Now, here we go. Let's see. Maybe I'll just take it from behind your ear. There you go. Now, it doesn't look like much yet, but if I take it and I squeeze it, it turns into a coin. It's just that it's an invisible coin. You can't see invisible coins until you take the invisibility away, but when you take the invisibility away, it looks just like a real coin. Okay? Of course, now that I've got that coin, I could take it and toss it away and cause it to come out of my elbow. Of course, I could take that same coin and toss it away and cause it to come out this elbow. Sometimes I take it and throw it away completely. Wait a second. Oh, sorry. But if I take this coin and put it into my pocket, just like this, it pops straight through the material. That's solid through solid. But the best part is when I take that silver half dollar and just squeeze like this, and it grows 1,000 times into a giant coin. Can you imagine the gumballs you can get with that? How long you could park with something like that? Now, you know, when somebody sees this kind of thing, they're tempted to say, boy, his hands are fast. I'd hate to play cards with him. It's not moving your hand so fast that people can't see it. That's not how it's done. What we do is we control the nerve endings in your eyes and your body. Does that make more sense? I'll show you what I mean. I mean, with this one finger alone, I can take away your sense of hearing. If I press, she couldn't even hear it when I'm touching the nerve. That's just one example of it, of course. Now, I'll show you another example. Here, hold out your hand like this for me. Now, if I put that coin right on the palm of your hand, you can feel that coin, can't you?
Yeah.
That's because the nerve endings in our hand are feeding back to our brain the existence of the coin. Now, you can see the coin, can't you? It's because the nerve endings in your eyes are feeding back to your brain saying, hey, there's a coin there. Of course, if I take this coin, hold out your hand, if I press this nerve, it deadens all the nerve endings in your hand to where that... Now, if I press even harder, it becomes even possible to even see it. Can you see it? That's because I've deadened the nerve endings in your eyes. Now, of course, if I take back here, if I touch the coin against the back of your elbow, just like that, you can start to feel it again. If I let go here, you can even start to see it again. That's basically how it's done. Of course, you can't tell anybody. To begin, place a jumbo coin in your right pants pocket. The opening segment of our flurry begins with a coin production created by Bob Fitch and published in both his lecture notes and Harry Lorraine's Apocalypse. You will perform a subtle series of stretching exercises as a prelude to the flurry. Begin with a $50 finger palmed in the left hand. The right hand is palm up, and the left hand pushes down on the fingers, stretching the hand. Both hands turn over with the right hand covering the coin in the left hand finger palm as it stretches the left fingers. During this stretch, the coin is pushed directly into the right-hand classic palm. The left hand turns so its palm faces the audience as the right hand pushes back on the left thumb. Pretend to grab an invisible coin with your left hand. The better you act this out, the better the overall effect. So feel the weight of the coin as you toss it in the air a couple of times. The right hand pretends to take the coin from the left, dropping its classic palmed coin onto the left fingers as it does. The left hand drops to the side as the right pretends to toss the invisible coin. Turn your right hand palm outwards, fingers and thumb pointing towards the left as if separated by an invisible coin. The left hand passes in front of that coin, apparently wiping away the coin's invisibility to reveal the $half. Revolve the right hand palm up at the wrist and execute a casual French drop with the left hand apparently taking the coin from the right. As the coin drops to the right fingers, make sure the right hand retains its holding position long enough for the absence of the coin to register. The left hand apparently tosses the coin away to the left. The right produces the coin from the elbow. Drop the coin onto the left palm. The left hand moves the coin into spellbound position as the right hand pretends to take it. Again, execute a French drop. This time, the coin is produced from the right elbow. You will now perform Michael Skinner's spider grip vanish. The coin is pinched between the fingers and thumb of the left hand. The right hand actually takes the coin directly into classic palm. Make an action as if tossing the coin towards the left. Show the left hand empty in a casual gesture, and produce the coin by apparently blowing it out your nose. The $half drops onto the left hand. Execute a fake take of the coin by approaching the coin from above with the right hand. This pass is very simple. You just act as if you are lifting the coin from the palm. Actually, nothing happens. The coin remains in the left-hand finger palm as the right hand immediately goes into the right pants pocket. The left hand covers the outside bottom of the pants pocket, and the right fingers pinch the coin through the material. The illusion is that the coin passed straight through the pocket. This provides perfect cover to steal the jumbo coin. Don't palm the coin, but allow it to rest naturally in the curled fingers of the right hand. The $half is displayed in the left hand spellbound position, and the right hand passes in front of the left, and the left thumb moves to the top to grasp the upper portion of the jumbo coin. This allows the $half to drop onto the left fingers. The impression to the audience is that the coin has suddenly grown. Hand out the jumbo coin, and you will have just completed a very commercial, stand-up and surrounded coin routine. Bob Elliott is a close friend and a very charismatic performer. This effect provides a perfect vehicle for him to interact with his spectators on a very personal level, just as I'm sure it will for you. The entire effect is based on retaining the jumbo coin in right-hand Tenkai palm, a technique which is perfectly covered when you are holding the wrist of the spectator. Although the fake transfer of the jumbo coin into the left hand is performed in one smooth motion, Bob has broken it down into 3 steps to make learning easier. Begin by holding the coin at the right fingertips. As the right hand moves to the left, pivot the coin in to 10 kai palm. The coin is actually pivoted by the right middle and 3rd fingers. For the first part of the vanish, once the coin is secured in 10 kai grip, tap the bottom of the coin onto the palm of the left hand. The coin itself strikes the palm, as opposed to moving beneath the hand as the right fingers slap the palm. The second part of the vanish is designed to indicate the right finger's release of the coin. This is done by visibly opening the fingers, just as the coin hits the palm. Of course, it's possible to release the finger's grip on the coin. It is held securely in 10 kai palm. So it's 1, 2. For part 3, the left hand turns palm down and apparently carries the coin beneath the spectator's hand. We'll have the spectator hold out their hand, palm down, as you execute the move. At the same time, the right hand pinches the spectator's wrist. Both hands continue moving after the apparent put and take. So as you deliver the presentation, execute the fake transfer and hold on to the spectator's wrist with the right hand. Show that the coin has vanished. You are in a wonderful position here, as the coin is completely hidden by the spectator themselves. Continue holding on to the spectator's wrist as your left hand openly moves to the spectator's right elbow. On the way back to the spectator's hand, simply drop the coin onto the palm-up left hand and conclude by displaying the return of the visible coin. Elliot's jumbo coin vanish isn't about the vanish and reappearance of a coin, but about the magic which happens to the spectators themselves. Performed properly, your audience will leave talking about the magician who affected their abilities to see and feel, and not just some guy who did a cool coin trick. So you've been examining these?
Yes.
And you've been examining these?
Yes.
If you'll place them into a row here, we'll show everybody what we've got. 6 half-dollars and 2 empty hands, and an illusion known as the Cross of India. All I do is I take the coins very slowly inside of my hand so that there's no question what's taking place, and I make the mysterious Cross of India. I crossing my arms, I close my hands, and the magic takes place. Just like this. The first coin has gone across, leaving 2 over here and 4 coins over on the right. I'll do it again. It happens exactly the same way. You'll know exactly what to watch for as I take 4 coins in one hand, 2 coins in the other hand. No question what we have. And yet, if I make the mysterious Cross of India and close my hands, the magic, whoop, immediately takes place. And once again, we have only 1 coin here. Over here on the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins, but now you know exactly what to look for. You know exactly where it's going to happen. One more time, 5 coins and 5 coins only. Nothing extra, nothing hidden. Only 1 coin here, the mysterious Cross of India, so that there's no question. All I do is squeeze, and just like that, it's happened. None here, 6 here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins across. But you know, whenever you do magic like this, people always say, boy, your hands are fast. I'll never forget that the first and most impressive piece of magic that I ever saw was the simple vanish of a coin. Magician just took a coin, crumbled it into his hand, and it made it vanish just like that. I wanted to learn that first. So the first thing that he showed me, after he takes his hand and he just gives it a wave like this, he reproduces the coin. And so I asked my mentor, you've got to teach me that. And so that was the very first thing that I learned, how to a simple vanish of a coin. Now I know how to make a coin travel down to here and come out my elbow. Travel to here, come out here. Sometimes I throw it away completely. Wait. Oh, sorry. But perhaps the most impressive, if I take the coin and place it into my pocket, just like this, it passes straight through solid. But you know, when people see things like this, they typically say, you know, boy, that's amazing, but can it happen to me? And that's what I'll try and demonstrate for you now. Okay, all I want you to do is take this $50 and squeeze it into your hand for me, if you would, please. Close your hand, turn it upside down, leave it right here, just about right there, and I'm going to make that coin vanish out of your hand. Now hold it. Oh, now you see her knuckles now. Okay, that's the problem when you actually tell somebody what you're going to do. Now you have to. Actually, magicians have a way of dealing with this. We make you think about something else. You see, this is a copper coin. It's an entirely different type of coin. It comes from England. That was one of my souvenirs from a trip to England. Now, there's nothing unusual about that coin, is there? But notice how attention has shifted from the $50 in her hand to the copper coin. That's what magicians call misdirection. It's so compelling that it dilutes the focus of what's taking place. But with a silver coin grasped as tightly as possible, all I have to do is squeeze just like this, and the impossible has happened. There's the $50 that you did have just in your hand, and in its place, open to show for the first time that the copper coin has changed places with it. Darryl has invented a bold, original approach to the coins across effect. What I find interesting is that the necessary technique takes place after the audience thinks the magic has already occurred. In our version, we've shortened Darryl's original handling by switching from 8 to 6 coins. This choice actually depends upon the type of arena in which you perform. In the opening maneuver, it is easier to pass 4 coins as 5 than it is to pass 3 coins as 4. In a parlor or bar performance, you could probably get away with just 3 coins, but in true close-up situations, you'll probably want to add the extra coin. You'll feel more secure during the opening movement by starting with 8 instead of 6. But in our version, begin with 3 coins on your left and 3 coins on your right. The right hand picks up the 3 coins, and the left hand does the same. Cross the arms while the hands remain opened, clearly displaying the situation. As the hands close into a fist, the right hand thumb palms one of its coins. Turn the hands palm down, make the magic gesture, and place the coins onto the table. I say place instead of drop because you must control what seems to be a random grouping of coins. The right allows its stack of 2 coins to spread, revealing their number. The left hand, however, places its coins onto the table in a stack. Uncross the hands, and with just a half a beat of pause, the left hand moves forward to pick up the 2 coins, allowing them to cascade onto the table. As the eyes of the spectator follow this, the right hand picks up the stack of coins in front of it, adding its thumb-palmed coin as it does. Cascade these coins onto the table. Allow the effect to register, and then pick up the 4 coins from the right with the left hand. Then pick up the 2 coins from the left with the right hand. Again, cross the arms while the hands are still open, conveying the utmost fairness. As the hands close, the right hand thumb palms one of its coins. Turn the hands down, make the magic gesture, and slap the coins onto the table and uncross the arms. In a continuing action, the left hand moves forward first towards the 1 coin in front of it, followed immediately by the right hand moving towards the stack in front of it. As the right hand apparently confirms what has taken place, it adds the coin it held in thumb palm. The left hand again picks up the stack of coins as the right hand picks up the single coin from the left side of the mat. Cross the hands while still open, and again thumb palm the coin in the right hand. Make the magic happen, slap the hands onto the table, and lift the hands to reveal nothing under the right hand and a stack of apparently 6 coins having traveled over towards the right. Gesture with the left hand towards the empty space and then add that final coin as the right hand picks up its stack to conclude the amazing Cross of India. This routine was constructed as Di Vernon advised me to during several conversations during the early 1980s. Begin with 2 identical copper coins, one in each front pants pocket. Take out the silver coin and begin with a simple vanish and reproduction. I use the thumb palm to retain the coin, and then use the Di Vernon method of reloading the coin into the closed left hand as the beginning to my short flurry. As the right hand brushes over the left, the coin is dropped from the thumb palm into the opening at the tips of the left fingers. Continuing your mini flurry, end with the coin in the left hand, while the right hand apparently places that silver coin into the right pants pocket. Immediately pick up the copper coin in the right pocket and press it against the material of the pants as if it were the silver coin. The left hand moves over the outline of the coin as the right hand pinches through the material and takes the coin from the left hand. This is a beautiful visual illusion. It seems as if the coin pops right through the pants. Drop the coin into the left hand, and as you remove the right hand from the pocket, simply retain the copper coin in the classic palm. Ask the spectator to extend her hand as the right hand takes the silver coin at the tips of the fingers. As you instruct her to clench the coin tightly, curl the silver coin into the right hand thumb palm. As the fingers uncurl, they carry the copper coin into the palm of the spectator. Help her close her hand and turn it palm down. Bring out the copper coin from the left pants pocket. As you do, move the silver coin into the right hand classic palm. After the byplay, again, curl the fingers, placing the visible coin into thumb palm, and release the silver coin from the classic palm and display it at your fingertips. Have the spectator open her hand to show the copper coin to conclude an amazing piece of interactive close-up coin magic. The entire foundation of the Cross of India rests on the audience's conviction that the magic has already happened. This will require acting. The successful communication of this will depend on your ability to make physical your own belief in what is happening. If you bring the effect to life, then the showing of the coins will be a calm and innocent sharing of the facts, not a technical necessity which accomplishes the effect. In developing the copper-silver transpo, the professor, Di Vernon, pointed out how common it was to rush into the effect of transposing the coins without properly setting the stage for maximum impact. So I begin by establishing the impossibility of the vanish of a coin in its most simple state, even to the point of talking about it romantically. Also, it seems to be easier for the spectator to believe that the quarter is in fact inside their clenched fist if only one coin is in play at that moment. So allow that belief to take root before there is any notion of a second coin, and you will be more than halfway home. The really great thing about magic is that you can use almost anything. I could even use this little grain of salt for a piece of magic, because all I have to do is squeeze like this and it changes into a $50. Of course, if I squeeze again, I get another $50. If I squeeze again, I get another $50. If I squeeze just one more time, I get a fourth $50, which is convenient because I need 4 $50 to show you this next trick. Now, I want you to make sure that this is a solid table. There's no trapdoors, no holes, no mirrors, nothing under there for any funny stuff to take place. Because here's what takes place. Using just 4 coins in a solid table, all I have to do is snap against the table, and through solid, 1 coin passes straight through the top of the table. Now, I'll do it again. I'll take these 3 coins, and I'll use 1 coin below, 3 coins above, and just like that, a second coin passes through. That leaves 2 coins above, 2 coins below, but now you know exactly what's going to happen. You know where it's going to happen. I'll even tell you the instant it happens there, as the 3rd coin passes straight through the table. That leaves 1, 2, 3 coins below the table, 1 coin above the table, but now you know what's going to... No, I haven't done anything yet. Come on. It's going to happen right here. All I do is snap, and all 4 come straight back up through the table. The sonic squeeze was used as our 4-coin production. Begin with 3 coins in the right-hand classic palm and 1 coin in the left-hand finger palm. Mime the actions of picking up a coin and placing it into the left hand. The left hand turns palm up with the fingers curled to prevent any flash of the hidden coin. Make the coin appear, and as the right hand comes to take the coin, the left hand turns clockwise, so the tips of the middle and ring fingers can push back on the bottom coin of the classic palm stack, breaking it free. The left fingers actually take the broken coin, as opposed to dropping the coins one at a time. Taking the coins is much easier than the disciplined release of the coins from the classic palm. So as the right hand lifts the visible coin from the palm and the left fingers close, carrying the stolen coin into the hand, indicate the second coin has appeared. Again, as the right hand comes to pick up the second coin, the left fingers push back on the bottommost palmed coin and breaks it free. Again, the left fingers close, carrying the 3rd coin into the hand. You can repeat this sequence again for the 4th coin, or with the last coin remaining in classic palm, drop the others into the left hand and execute a shuttle pass, which retains 1 coin in the left finger palm as the right hand shows 3 coins. Make a magic gesture, and finally produce the 4th coin to conclude the production phase of the sequence. For the sake of completeness, we'll describe the 4-coin roll-down flourish that we used in the middle of our sequence, and then we'll go on to the production of the 4 coins. Hold the 4 coins in a stack, centered between the thumb and the first 3 fingers. While this particular position works for my fingers, with the stack positioned just above the middle knuckle of the middle finger, the perfect position for your hand might be different. The place you begin is determined as much as anything by where the final coin will be held by the little finger when you're done. The right thumb rolls upward with the 2 coins nearest the base of the fingers. As soon as these 2 are broken away, a slight re-gripping takes place as the right thumb and index finger roll away with their 2 coins, and the right 3rd finger rolls away with its 2 coins. The right thumb moves down the 2 coins towards the middle finger, while the little finger comes up to take 1 of the 2 coins. Moving at the same time, the right thumb rolls one coin up as the little finger rolls one coin down. I developed this simple sequence for the coins through the table so it could be performed standing up while at the same time provide a logical setup for Mike Gallo's beautiful coins through table kicker. Toss the coins into the left hand, allowing the bottom coin in the stack to remain in the right hand. The friction between the coin and the fingertips holds it in place. This is known as the Benzeus friction palm. Close the left hand and tap the table to focus attention. The right hand moves under the table and places the coin at an angle against the underside of the table. As the left hand pushes down on the table, the right hand snaps its coin against the bottom of the table. The left hand lifts up as the right hand is withdrawn from beneath the table. Hold the right hand in such a way that it seems as if the coin fell onto the flat palm. Drop the coin onto the table. Pick up the 3 coins and apparently drop all 3 into the left hand. Actually, you'll simply hold on to one of the 3 coins. This is a very informal sort of pass, which positions the coin at the front of the fingers. This allows you to pick up the visible coin and give a quick flash as you take advantage of the Ramsey subtlety to apparently show the right hand empty while concealing a coin in finger palm. Again, indicate the passage of a second coin through the table, but do not, at this point, remove the right hand from below the table. Instead, lift the left hand to show 2 coins. Pick up one of the coins, allowing it to rest near the base of the little finger. Pick up the second coin, holding it near the base of the index finger. Close the left hand into a loose fist. Only now does the right hand begin to emerge from below the table. As it does, work one of the coins into classic palm position. Show 2 coins on the right palm before turning palm down as you execute a 1-for-1 hang ping chin. That is, as the left hand moves away, it allows 1 coin to drop from the bottom of the fist, as the right hand drops 1 coin. Show you that one more time. As you show the hand there too, looks as if you just dumped the 2 from the right hand. The left fist now holds 1 coin, and the right holds 1 concealed in classic palm. Pick up the 2 coins, take them below the table, and again the right goes beneath the table and snaps a coin against the bottom to indicate the passage of another coin. The right hand withdraws, palm flat, to show 3 coins. Drop these into the left hand and quickly gather them into a stack held at the left fingertips. This positions you for Mike Gallo's coins through table kicker. The misdirection you will use during the execution of this effect revolves around the curiosity concerning what is beneath the right hand. So after the left hand is out of play beneath the table, create a suspicious movement with the right hand. Then as you pull back to show that the coin is still on top of the table, the left hand, having pivoted back at the elbow, meets the right palm just as it reaches the edge of the table. This is a timing thing so that the load of the coins take place just as their eyes are drawn to the coin which rests on top of the table. I'll show you what that looks like again. Fake here, and as you move back, the right hand just pivots back and places the coins directly in to the right palm with the fingertips of the right hand at the edge of the table. Immediately, but without rushing, Move the right hand away from the edge of the table and draw attention to the visible coin. Finish by slapping the coins onto the top of the table. And the final impression is that the coins instantly jump back through the table for a logical yet surprising conclusion. By putting a solid, opaque barrier between the hands as you perform the coins to the table, you build into the very fabric of the effect the need to bring the coins from beneath the table. The natural logic of this conformation provides perfect cover for executing the secret moves. As you mesh this effect with your performing persona, be sure to condition the audience so they want to see what is underneath that right hand. If they want to see what is under the hand, they won't be looking anywhere else. The result is misdirection that should perfectly cover the secret steal of the 3 coins. Have you seen any $2 bills lately? No. If you get a $2 bill, you should hang on to it because they're good luck. But I'll tell you why they quit printing the $2 bills. They quit printing $2 bills because people were taking twos just like this, and they were folding them up, and they were tearing them into 2 ones. And this really bothered people. You know, I didn't see what the problem was because it's not like counterfeiting because you still only have $2, but it did bother the government, so what they're going to do is they've decided to quit printing them. In the meantime, what you could do if you ever needed to resolve the situation was take the 2 ones and just push like this and give it a shake, and when you unfold it, there you go, it turns back into a $2 bill. Let's see here. What do I have in my pocket? I have a little something that I'd like for you to examine, if you would. Okay? There, if you'll hang on to that for me, if you would. Make sure that's exactly what it seems to be. And here we have 2 coins. Now, very different coins. One's a $50, one's a copper coin. It's from England. It's an English penny. Okay? Everything will look ordinary and everyday, and no questions about what we've got there. In case you want to examine what we've got there, make sure what it seems to be. The handkerchief looks okay. The handkerchief looks okay. Now here's what happens. I cover the 2 coins with the handkerchief, just like this. Okay? So now let's see. Here's what I'll do. I'll have you hold on to the ends of the handkerchief. Now just kind of gather them together like this and hang on to it. And I'm going to ask you to name either the copper coin or the silver coin. Whichever one you name, I'll cause it to pass through the material, leaving the other coin inside. The gold coin? I'm not as good as you think I am, I can tell. But the silver coin. Now you want me to take the silver coin out and leave the copper coin inside, is that right? Yes. All I have to do is just wiggle the material, causing the fibers to expand just enough to cause 1 coin and 1 coin only to pass straight through the material, leaving the other coin trapped inside. Go ahead and open it up. Make sure that the copper coin is still inside. And there you go. There you go. But I could do it in reverse. I'll show you what I mean. I'll take the silver, or this, yeah, I'll place the silver coin. Hold on to the copper coin for me if you would. And I'll place the silver coin inside of the handkerchief. And I'd like you to hang on to it with your left hand. There you go. And would you hang on to that with your hand? Hold it firmly there. Hang on just like this. I'll take the copper coin here. Now, at the count of 3, what I'd like you to do is just let go of the silver coin, okay? At the count of 3. This is a big responsibility. But on 3, okay? Here's what I mean. 1, 2, and 3. Let go. And just like that, the coins arrive inside. Open it up, look inside. Both coins inside, and there they are. I'm told this is a very old effect, but the first place I became aware of it was in Jerry Mentzer's Close-Up Cavalcade, where it is credited to Bert Jacques, Gene Keeney, and others. I first began working on this effect in the mid-'70s and developed this setup so I could add the illusion of tearing the bills apart. So far as I know, this aspect of the effect is original with me. You will need a $2 bill, 2 $1 bills, and some rubber cement. You want bills in the best condition possible, so either go to the bank for new bills or iron the best bills you can find. Trim one of the bills just a fraction, about a 1/16th to a 32nd of an inch, all the way around on all 4 sides of the bill. Place all of the bills onto the table face up. Each of the bills will be folded individually, but in exactly the same way. Make sure the bills are folded sharply and that all of the edges line up exactly. Fold the bills in half, with the right side going on top of the left. Again in half, the right side on top of the left. Finally, fold this packet in half from the top down. The 3 folds are right, right onto left, and from the top down. This folds each bill into 8ths, right onto the left, right onto the left, and the top down. Using rubber cement, attach the untrimmed 1 to the 2. Glue the lower corner of the $1 bill to the upper left corner of the 2. That's the lower left corner of the 1 to the upper left corner of the 2. Align the edges as closely as possible, and then, looking down on the packet, fold in the corner of the top single layer of the 1. This will facilitate the left thumb entering this layer later on. To complete the setup, place the folded, trimmed bill under the outer, folded down layer of the glued 1. You are now set to perform. Take out the bill, concealing the front edge where the bills are glued together with the right index finger. Slowly unfold the $2 bill so they get the impression they see the entire back of that bill. Refold the bill, turn it over, and allow the left thumb to enter beneath that folded corner, touching the $1 bill beneath that upper layer. Pull that single out with the left thumb, and both hands simulate a tearing action. Transfer the gimmicked 1 to the left hand and unfold it first. Then unfold the second 1 and turn it face down and place it beneath the gimmicked 1, covering the $2 bill on the back of that 1. This display is very convincing as you seem to show both bills all the way around. Continuing, refold both bills, following those creases, and reinsert the second one directly beneath that top single layer of the folded bill. Push everything flush as the right index finger recovers that front edge where the 2 is glued to the 1. Turn the gimmick over, concealing that 2 with the thumb as you give the bill a slight shake. Then slowly move the thumb to reveal the transformation of the 2 ones back into the $2 bill. Conclude by placing the packet away, and you'll be ready to repeat the effect anytime, any place. T. Nelson Downs, in his book, The Art of Magic, gave credit to L'Homme Masqué for the invention of the effect known as expansion of texture. In 1957, Di Vernon printed the classic rendition presented here in the Di Vernon Book of Magic, now printed by L&L Publishing. Using just 2 copper coins, 1 silver coin, and a handkerchief, you can make a lot of magic take place. Of course, the copper coins that we recommend are English pennies because they're the exact same size as an American half-dollar. Begin with 1 copper coin finger palmed in the right hand as you hand out the silk for examination. Remove the second copper and the silver coin with the left hand and perform a shuttle pass, retaining the copper coin in finger palm as you dump the silver coin onto the right palm and duplicate copper coin. The assumption is that only 2 coins are used and that both hands are empty except for those 2 coins. Cover the left hand with the silk and place the 2 coins on top of the material. Be careful that they don't clink against the coin hidden in the palm. As you cover the 2 coins, allow the silver coin to slide off the front of the left fingers into the right hand. Continuing, bring the right hand back up and load the silver coin behind the copper coin, leaving it there with a layer of cloth between the 2 coins. Have the spectator hold on to the corners of the handkerchief as they choose copper or silver. If they choose silver, cause the half-dollar to pass through the material and leave the copper coin behind and conclude the first phase right there. If they choose copper, bring out the finger-palmed copper coin as if it passed through the material, but then pretend to place it back inside of the material, simply repalming it. Then bring out the silver coin and again conclude by showing the copper coin inside of the handkerchief. Offer to repeat the effect with the copper coin hidden in the left hand. Pick up the silver coin and place it under the handkerchief. As the opposite hand takes the silver coin through the cloth, it also takes the copper coin, holding it slightly back from the silver coin. Have a spectator hold on to the silver coin through the material and the ends in the opposite hand. Okay, move the handkerchief to a horizontal position and ask the spectator to hold firmly the bunched corners and the coin. Fake a transfer of the copper coin. Just any fake transfer, and have the spectator drop the coin held in the left hand. The two coins will hit together. The sound of the coin signals the success of the effect. Have the spectator open the handkerchief for the final confirmation to conclude the expansion of texture. In the $2 bill tear, you could, of course, tear a $10 bill into two fives or a $20 bill into two tens. But I like using a $2 bill because one might naturally assume they cannot borrow such an unusual object easily. Also, by establishing that such hard-to-come-by items should be held on to, it becomes no surprise that ultimately you hold on to yours yourself. One idea you might want to consider is that of tearing the bill in half, then using half to pay for something as you put away the other half. There was a time when I did this regularly, but eventually I settled on the pattern of tearing the bill in two and always restoring it because it was nice to always have the effect set up and ready to go. To make expansion of texture a successful effect, make it a successful human interaction. Focus on the experience the spectator is having. Don't use this effect to say, "Here I am." Use it to say, "There you are." And you can create a pleasurable memory of astonishment. Use their name. Act as if their responses to your questions make a difference, and verbally emphasize the importance of each role they play. The great thing about being a magician is that eventually you get to where even money will listen to you. I'll show you what I mean. Here, stand up, roll over, stand up, roll over, there you go. Roll over, and now fold all the way for me, all the way. There you go. Works every single time. You make sure it's what it seems to be. Stefan Schuster is a brilliant magician and close friend from Sweden, where he performs in his magic theater with his partners, Jimmy and Luve. This effect has the dubious distinction of being one of the most ripped-off effects of the early 90s. This video explanation, the version being sold by Magic Vision, and the write-up of this effect, which appears in the Paul Harris issue of the Magical Arts Journal, are the only authorized releases of this effect. To prepare the bill, use thin, strong fishing line and cut off about a 2-foot length. You won't need invisible thread because it should never be seen. We'll use Gary Plant's idea for anchoring the thread to the body. So tie one end of the thread to a rubber band, thread the other end through the eye of the needle, but just pull a few inches of the thread through the eye. Fold a bill into eighths exactly as I'll show you now. With the bill face up, fold the right half onto the left half. Fold the top half down, and finally fold the left side over onto the right side. Make the folds sharp and use a crisp but not new bill. Hold the bill in one hand and lift the top 3 layers of the folded bill. Push the needle through the bill, coming towards you from the back of the bill. By holding onto the long end of the thread, you'll be able to pull on the needle and bring the short end of the thread through the bill and out of the eye of the needle. This threads a single thread through 5 layers of the folded bill. Adjust the length of the thread so that only an inch or so comes through the bill. Then tape this end to the bill using invisible tape. I'll put a second piece on there just for this explanation purpose. Open the bill, and you'll have the situation as you see here illustrated by the colored thread. Pulling the thread, emerging from the back of the bill, will cause the bill to fold itself into eighths. The second fold, and then on into eighths just that way. To perform, place the rubber band inside the top of your pants, somewhere over the right side, either of your right pants pocket or your back pocket. You won't be calling on the elasticity of the rubber band at all. Rather, Gary Plants came up with the idea of using a rubber band as the body anchor because it's easier to readjust than a safety pin, yet will hold just as firmly. The length of the thread you'll want is determined by the distance it will take to fold the bill while naturally extending your hand away from your body. So fold the bill into eighths in your naturally extended palm and position the anchored end so that no slack remains. Place that bill into your right pants pocket and you are ready to go. If, however, you want to switch the bill for one which you can hand out later, you can easily do so by having a folded duplicate bill in your left-hand finger palm. Begin by taking the bill from your pocket, unfold it, and hold it on the palm of your right hand. To magically fold the bill, it's better to combine the moving forward of the right hand with the movement of the body and hip backwards. As you do, the thread pulls the bill into its folded condition in a very eerie, magical way. As soon as the bill is folded, the left hand approaches the right. The left thumb pushes the bill deeper into the right finger palm as the right hand turns toward yourself. The bill from the left hand is brought into view as if it were the bill just visibly folded, which you can then place onto the table or hand out as you ditch the threaded bill under some other natural action to conclude the amazing self-folding bill. The real secret to the successful performance of the self-folding bill is to become so comfortable with the hookup that your body doesn't telegraph the nature of the connection. Learn to minimize any visible hand movement by finding the perfect position for the body anchor, which will allow the backward movement of the body to be enough to fold the bill. Remember, people love to see things move, so play this animation factor up for all it's worth and you'll have a truly magical effect. In closing this second volume of Money Magic, let me again remind you that the basic effect in any magic performance is like a lump of clay, and it's your personality, your presentation, and your character which will sculpt that clay into a magical masterpiece. Until next time, thanks for your time and goodbye.